It's the Doug Rising Show. All right, that's enough. I'm in here a little early so that folks can get their asses in gear. 16th of February. Welcome to the Doug Wright Show, live on TikTok. Yeah, I'm back. I know. I've kept away from YouTube Live only because I wanted to get the TikTok audience back up to par. T-Ray! Good morning, moderator. How you doing, moderator? It's the moderator. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. All right. How's everybody doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Doug Rice. All right. How's everybody doing? Look, you know the drill. You know what's happening. You know the format. And it is a format, folks. This is not a program. You see, we've been in a program. We've been programmed. We're being programmed. We have to deprogram. More than deprogram, we have to format ourselves. We have to come to the conclusion that the code has been written wrong. The code is askew. The code is written to reflect others' priorities. The code written on the minds of Negroes within the confines of this penal colony must be rewritten. It has to be dissected, picked apart. It has to be broken down like a fucking fraction. Once you assess that all the code that has been implemented on the minds of Negroes in this country serve a purpose not to further Negro interests. Remember that shit. Now you might look at me and go, Doug, what the fuck are you talking about this damn early on YouTube? I mean, damn, dude. Well, I bring receipts, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, Hebrews throughout the Americas. I bring the receipts. Fuck what they talking about. What are they doing? So, you know the drill. We get into this shit. Let's lift up here a little bit. We get into the whole black news. And black news is the order of the day. Trust and believe. Normally, what I do is I throw up two words, black news, right in the search term. And I start right at MSN. That's what I normally do. You know, MSN, Google is a little bit boring. It's just Google and a search line. But MSN has some interesting stuff that allows you to search from within a very varied search page. So, something caught my eye. A few things caught my eye. Right on MSN's main page that prompted me to open tab after tab after tab after tab after tab after tab after tab. So I want to go over some of the things that I had slapped me in my face this morning. And, there's no better place to start than at the beginning. So, this is interesting. Viral video of a black teen being pinned down and arrested at New Jersey Mall while white teen seen fighting with him sits on couch, and it sparks an investigation. So let's frame it, okay? Two kids at the mall, white kid, black kid. White kid's Brody, big kid too, I saw him. Guy comes, he sees, assesses the situation, determines that the aggressor has to be, and the threat must be, and the person most dangerous in any situation, always, if there's a choice, must be blackness, right? Must be Negro, right? So they got the kid, restrained on the floor, whatever, right? And now they're asking questions. What fucking questions are you asking? What questions are you asking that resulted in a video of a black teen being pinned down and arrested while the white child who was actually doing the aggressing sits on a couch and kind of relaxes and enjoys the fucking show. What, you fucking puzzled? You don't get that? You don't understand what's going on? You now need a fucking investigation. Is that what you need? What you need to investigate? What do you need to investigate? What do you need to investigate? Obviously, it is what it is. There's no reason to investigate. What do you want to go into the psyche of the guy that arrested the kid and pinned him down? What do you want to? You want to talk about how just fucking unfair it is? You want to talk about the injustice of it all? Motherfucker, go sit your asses down and stop complaining. Don't investigate. We don't need. Here's what you do. Learn from that shit. Now, what do you do next? What do you do next time? What do you do if and when and thus this happens again? Motherfuckers, don't be available. What? Don't be available. Have it understood that we're just not fucking available for nonsense, for bullshit, for bullying, for rough mugging, for side-eyeing, for questions, for explanations, for observances. We're just not open to interaction. We're not open to shit because you see, even your children seem to have some kind of aggressive tendency that seems to pour into your communities, into your societies, and into your fucking psyches. So much so that you can't recognize the threat coming from yourselves. You only see us as the threat when, plainly, the threat is you, motherfuckers. You know. So what do? Do we spark an investigation? Do we talk about it? Do we moan? Do we groan? Do we beg? Do we have our fucking hands out? No. We bring it the fuck in. You get that goddamned smile off your fucking faces. You stop looking for connection and interaction. Stop giving the air that you are available for contact. Why not? You can't win. The fuck's wrong? I mean, what are we gonna win? You can't win. You think you can win? Are we winning? Do you feel like winners? I don't know. Do you feel like winners? Was a kid here who was getting bullied in the mall, did he feel like a winner when a cop came, arrested him, putting him on the fucking ground with a guy that was bullying him? Just sat there grinning and cheesing. Did he feel like women? Now, what if parents had told those children, listen to me and listen to me carefully. I understand you're going to go to the mall. I dig it. I get it. I understand. Now, you maintain closeness. How many folks you going with? 5, 6, 4? Okay. So if you're out there and you about that, first thing y'all better do is mind your damned business and expect others not to do the same. And when that occurs, you make sure that when confronted by caucasity at every fucking turn in this fucking society, you get that goddamn grin off your face. Now, you don't look threatening, but you're not here to interact. You're not here to prove anything. This is not your place. If you can help it, perhaps don't go to the goddamn mall. What the fuck do you need to go for anyway? To hang out so you can be observed, looked at, questioned, explained to, given a goddamn opinion, policed by motherfuckers who you don't know, being bullied by their children? Why? Why not have our own fucking mall? We can't do that? I bet we can. I bet we can. You know what? They have their own malls. They do. There are malls peppered throughout this country where black faces just aren't welcome. And nobody's complaining. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. I'm not in my feelings. Have your shit. But we should have ours. Now, had that child gone to a mall for us, by us, had the child stayed the fuck home, I don't know. Maybe we should inculcate, indoctrinate, and teach our children. Don't get comfortable, motherfuckers. Where you think you going? Why? Let me show you a few things. Pow, 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 pow. Sit your ass home, find something to do, gather your friends here, stay amongst us. If you go out, be amongst motherfucking adults. How about that? You want to go out? I'll tell you what we're going to shadow you. You know, we're going to be good 20, 30 feet. Nobody gives a fuck what you doing. But if something happens, I'll be there, you know. Tell you what, I'll just be within, you know, Nextel direct connect earshot of you. How about that? So that way, if one of their unruly, undisciplined monster motherfuckers that they're raising in their goddamn homes decides to confront you, sees your blackness, and gets triggered into action, I can be there in the drop of a hat to intercede and make sure shit ain't misunderstood. Now look, you keep your fucking kids at home. If they got to go out, have an adult with them. It's game on. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? What has to happen? What has to keep happening? To let you know it's not safe for Negroes in this fucking country. Did I catch everybody in the back? Are we good? We good? Everybody ought to fucking stand that. You ain't on safe ground, and you never fucking have been. Not only that, I might tell you. The minute you determine to confront this caucasity head on and reject its bullshit offhand, you become an enemy of the state, baby. Now, you better believe that shit. And don't you get it twisted. Now, look, you don't have to be confrontational. If you don't know how to thread the needle of simple just being there but not there, being able to glide and slide through society, being as, you know, unobtrusive as possible, as unfucking noticed, because you're not home. That's the message. You're not home. You're not home. Now look, you ain't got to be in your goddamn feelings about it, but I'm just saying you're not fucking home. Don't act like you're home. Don't get comfortable. Don't grin and swallow. Because here's the deal. They keep telling you you're not fucking home. They keep shoving it in your fucking black face. You are not home. Now, I've had about enough. I don't know about you. Well, we ain't talking about doing a damn thing. But we gonna let this shit play out about right here. It's time for us to observe. You don't see what they doing, they. Boy, they keep talking about what Trump doing, putting all these folks in place to make sure he gets the next vote. I dare say, folks, these folks are in for quite a ride. Oh, yeah, and Hebrews need to steer the fuck clear. Because after they're done, you know, fucking with each other, who you think they're going to turn their attention to? Who you think? They've already shown us they don't have a problem checking us. You know, I mean, whoopee. Check! What? Nick Cannon. Check! So why are we in their face? I mean, they're doing everything they can to stop us from voting, gerrymandering, you know, all this, reduction in home value. We got a story where brothers and sisters got to be somebody else just to buy homes just so they can get a fair deal. You need to stop. What I'm saying is just look at it as it is. Don't expect decency. Don't expect fair treatment. Don't expect justice. Don't expect anything more than we've gotten so fucking far, and expect shit to get taken away. Like voting rights. Expect shit to be taken the fuck away because time is short. Their time is short. They feel it. Welcome to the Never Right Show, 7:10 in the morning. I'm not a 10-minute opening. I like it. Kind of intertwined a little bit of that article that came slapping me in the face. You welcome. Hey, you tuned in. I'm just here doing a thing. All right. So stay the fuck out the malls. You know, if you're going to go to the malls, you're going to go out and have a chaperone. Yeah, it's time for us to look after each other like that. What? What do you recommend? What do you recommend? Tell you what, some parent send their monster motherfucker to the mall unattended with permission to act how you want, do how you want, be how you want. You know, he did that against one of us. Naturally, we're to blame. We're focused and centered on. Learn from that shit. First, stay the fuck away from these motherfuckers, man. Ain't no need to even interact. It's obvious there's a problem. I don't talk about it. I don't give a fuck. There's a problem. There's a fucking problem. All right. Good morning. So, folks, heart goes out. You know, brother, Tyrese Gibson's mother passed away. And that is so sad. Priscilla Murray Gibson died battling COVID-19. And for God's sake, that brother, talented Hebrew. Hearts are breaking there, buddy. That's a rough loss. My heart goes out to you. Tyrese Gibson, dear God. She's in the Most High's memory, will be resurrected. Oh, okay. I wanted to say that. I felt that was important. And what do we got here? Okay, so let me ask you a question. When you think of LeBron James, I mean, okay, basketball player, whatever. But his son, I guess Bronny James, and I understand he's supposed to be a talented player. His son is being attacked online for allegedly dating a white girl. I mean, you know, this is the flavor of sin. This is their attitude now. You know, this is where they're at now. But y'all need to stop. No, this is where they're at now. This is full speed ahead, right-wing white nationalism on steroids. These motherfuckers, let me tell you something. This boy, Josh Hawley, go back to the tapes, folks. I told you, you need to watch that one. This boy is selling cups. Yeah, look, here's the deal. I don't trip on Josh Hawley per se. He's a bit of a dweeb. He's not really a threat per se, but he could be a threat. Now, once he gets old, you know, once they get above a certain age group, they begin to believe their own press. That's what happens. These motherfuckers get up in age. These ancient fossil motherfuckers get up in age, and all of a sudden their minds start accepting the programming they've been watching about themselves, the fucking white worship they've been watching. And pretty soon, about 60, 70 years old, something in these motherfuckers' heads slaps. And then suddenly you got a fucking problem. Josh Hawley, he's just a problem in the making. Selling cups. Now wait, he's got his hand up, fist up, just moments before the conflagration, the shit show, as I like to call it now. And he's selling the cups, but here's the deal. Folks, pay attention to the secret speak. He's selling the cups, but in the description of the cups, he makes it real plain. The cups are white. Josh Hawley, white coffee mugs. Fool, we see the coffee mugs are white. Typically, a lot of coffee mugs are white. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're gonna be just Josh Hawley's coffee mug. What? But you want to make sure he's up. You all right, Josh? You know, I'm gonna tell you something, man. That white supremacy, I didn't think it would come back to bite him in the ass. You know what I mean? I had no idea that the right-wing white nationalism might be a problem for them. I didn't realize the shit. Now I'm looking at it. It has the country by the throat, and they're scared. They're terrified. They're terrified. You know what's more interesting, folks? They won't call it what it is. You know, if they just came out and said, you know, maybe this whole color scheme, maybe this shit ain't working. This whole, you know, maybe we should cancel white, black, brown, red, yellow. We should do away. It's causing problems. Because you talk about black people and their problems. We talk about white people and their problems. Maybe if we just talked about, you know, Polish people, French American, Polish Americans, Hebrew, so I don't know. But the color schematic is what's choking you motherfuckers all the way out. And if you know what it is, it's ironic. It's irony. You fought a civil war over white supremacy. You fought World War One de facto over white supremacy. After World War One ended, you made white supremacy pay out the nose. So white supremacy came back a second time. And let me tell you, they weren't playing about World War II. Yeah, Nazi Germany was about white fucking supremacy. It wasn't about Nazis. It was about white supremacy. That's what it was about. And they supposedly defeated it. Now, here in this country, built, bred, raised, and the teat sucked on nothing but white supremacy in this motherfucker. Who knew that eventually it would rear its ugly head to choke the fuck out of the United Snakes of America? And you know what? They got the dumbest white supremacist in the world to lead them. And the motherfucker's making headway. Trump's making headway. Look, listen, let me ask you something. Y'all don't think it defies imagination that Trump is seemingly able to just evade arrest? We factored it out yesterday, remember? Listen, Bill Barr is good friends with Jeffrey Epstein. Everybody listen carefully. They've done business. Oh, yeah, Jeffrey Epstein, Bill Barr, oh, yeah, they're all intertwined. The whole thing's a mess. It's a mess, right? So Bill Barr goes to see Jeff while he's arrested, telling Jeff basically, you're about to end, And after he does end, the Justice Department is who seizes all of Jeffrey Epstein's property. Now, at that point, Barr was on Trump's side. He was all in. Everything that Jeffrey Epstein had in his home is now in Trump's hand. And you wonder why ain't nobody moving to touch him. We're in trouble, motherfuckers. You do know that, right? Trump got the receipts on these dudes. It's about to go down. I'll just tell you, Merrick Garland looks frightened. I'm not bullshitting you. You see, Merrick Garland looks frightened. I don't know. Somebody told him something in his sleep. I'm telling you, bro. Look, but we have one saving grace, one possibility. Let me tell you what it is. We have an ace in the hole. We have a ringer, maybe. Look, Liz Cheney. Now, folks, you need to pay attention to this carefully. Liz Cheney has a father that they call the Dark Lord. Seriously. Dick Cheney is literally Satan, we think. We haven't really checked, but so he showed up on the fucking floor of the House of Republican Senate a few weeks ago. I don't know if everybody, it was just nondescript him showing up. He was like wagging back and forth. I thought he had a hood on and shit and some kind of van, he's like, ah. Anyway, they may be slow rolling Donald Trump's ass into obscurity. That's possible. What's happening right now is almost a fucking CIA op. How they're just, his fucking financing watchdogs have quit in the middle of a fucking tax season. They're not even going to do their taxes. So what they're doing, they seem to be ripping the rug out from under him. But Donald Trump still has something up his sleeve. He's got the mob. And the mob will do for D. I'm trying to tell you. So this is like chess. This ain't checkers. And Hebrews need to fall back, observe what's about to happen. Because, they come at me when they hear me talk about them, but they don't understand the wolves are at the door. And the last thing they need to be worrying about is what's coming out of Doug Rice's mouth. It was nicely done. Let's continue. 7:20 in the morning. I've been only 20 minutes. Relax. So LeBron's son, Bronny, gets trolled online. What are you doing? What are you doing? What do you have to date? Do you have to date a white girl? I don't care. Date who you want. I don't give a fuck. But with that comes this. Big. Now you got this. You making a point? Is that all that's around you? No sisters? What's happening? I'm just trying to figure out, what's up with these partners? They got money, they got fame, they got prominence. Kanye? What's happening? What's going on? You all right? What are you teaching your son, LeBron? I mean, because you almost look like you Afrocentric. You almost look like you down with whatever, but when the shit emanates from your offspring, what you're teaching them, you can go sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. I don't need to hear from you, partner. Or get a handle on that, or just stay out my goddamn face. And look, if they make fun of the boy, don't say a fucking word. You know what you say? Thank you, may I have another? You're in public. You knew. You could pick from anybody. You know? I hear you. Your values are being taught to you, young Bronny. Aren't they real? I hear you, dog. So there's that. Oh, and this is just MSN. I ain't even started yet. Yeah, so black home buyers are whitewashing offers to save money, but they shouldn't have to. Whitewashing the offers. Basically, not visiting the home, sight unseen offers, even lying, saying that they are, you know what I mean? And they got to do that to get in the neighborhoods. But here's the problem. Why would you want to move in a neighborhood where a motherfucker lives, where in order for your black ass to buy a house there, you have to pretend you're white? I'm trying to figure this fucking shit out. Why do we need so fucking much? You know why? Because we were programmed to need. I'm trying to format that programming. I'm telling Hebrews, brothers, sisters, all of us here as a result of the transatlantic slave trade, we don't need anything from anyone except God Almighty. And we stand there with our hats in hand, just fucking, roll please. And we got, the fuck are we doing? We want to be in the NFL. We wanted this. We want to be the first one. Why do you want so desperately to be intertwined with a society that fights as equally desperately to maintain a separation from your black asses? And they give warning shots about how they feel. An occasional murder and abstract killing. Take us out in the fucking woods and put us down like sick animals and then fucking apologize. And there we stand. Unknowing captives, is that what it is? Do we think we're here of our own volition? Do we really believe that this is the place for us? Welcome to the Doug Rice Show, where reality smacks us in the face every fucking minute of this broadcast. I am so sorry, folks. No. All right, so LeBron James, say something, do something. I don't give a damn. What happens to middle school kids when you teach them about slavery? I am not making this up. This is a headline. Slate News. What happens to middle school kids when you teach them about slavery? Oh, my God. So, 8th grader named, ED, was struck by the details in it. He was struck. Kind of interesting. Some responded creatively. Some asked some pretty interesting questions. Some were shocked. I want, you guys read the article. You can find it. It's on Slate. I don't even want to go into it. The fact that is some sort of subject topic of discussion. Now we need to dissect what we've been doing for the last 70 years in school, no problem, no children losing their minds. I haven't seen kids come out to school in the 70s and walk into oncoming traffic after hearing about maybe their ancestors being slave owners. These same fucking dumbasses that don't want critical race theory taught in schools. Didn't you tell your son and your daughter that you got here like 2 generations ago, and that it is impossible for your ancestors to have had slaves, because they would have had to have then been nearly a generational, foundational American. And since they're not that, they can go to school, hear about slavery safely without losing their fucking minds. You understand? You can identify who the foundational Americans are from the foundational Black Americans, as I'm certain Mitch McConnell would appreciate that separate, naming. But, most of these folks that complain about what I say got something to say. No, you're racist, you mother, you like 2 fucking generations from speaking Euro trash. And you got nerve to come up in my face as I talk about what my motherfucking people have suffered in this country for hundreds of years, and you just got here. And some also have the temerity to invite me to leave their grandparents having coming over here about 30, 40, 50 years ago. And they're telling me that I need to go back to where I came from. You need to go back where you came from. I didn't come here voluntarily. And where I came from doesn't exist anymore. And you've given it to Europeans. You're everywhere. So I'm going to stay put. I'm going to keep talking. You don't have to listen or fucking like it. I don't give a damn. I'm in a catch 10-22 position here. I'm surrounded by monstrous insanity that is getting high on white supremacy. And they're about to OD. I say let them. All right, folks. Houston. Anti-Semitic and racist flyers litter 2 more neighborhoods. Isn't that fun? Just racist and anti-Semitic flyers, not 24 years ago. No, 24 minutes ago. Feel safe? How do you feel? You're out there. You're amongst the populace. I mean, what do you... the general consensus is what? I mean, because here's what's being, they obviously have something on their minds. It's obvious these individuals having absolutely no bravery within them to maybe stand and talk about what they want to talk about. They want to pepper flyers in neighborhoods middle of the night, have people wake up to what they've done, and then you just feel all good inside that they've spread anti-Semitic and racist hate, but nothing to see. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them, right? Right? We should just move on about our business and just not really pay attention to the fact that this is occurring, that behind closed doors, things are going through motherfuckers' minds, prompting them to do this. What the fuck is next? What are you doing? It's festering right next to you. It's festering. It's growing. It's being fed. It's just, and as every so often it shows itself and reveals itself and victimizes one of us. And then, they talk about it. It's round tabled. It's this, it's that. And then it's shelved until the next incident. In Hebrews, we just keep fucking grinning. Oh, there'll be no more of that shit. So, stay out of Houston. All right, here we go. Maxine Waters in the news. Interesting. Maxine Waters tells her GOP opponent, black guy, okay, that they are being made fools of by the party that puts them up against her, that they're getting tricked into running against her. I'm going to go ahead and agree with that. I mean, we have Herschel Walker to observe in that they take the less savvy of us, those of us that want to get along so desperately with all of you, and you put them in a trick bag position like Mitch McConnell did to poor, unknowing, and unwitting Herschel Walker. Somebody get Herschel. And so, Maxine is telling the business. She knows that they found step and fetch it house Negro that will hasten to the call of caucasity at any given moment. It will just stand up, called by massa, and perform minstrel show, motherfuckers. Anyway, Maxine's just telling the business. Don't get in your feelings, and I'm just reporting it. Okay, I've said this, and I'll keep saying this, and I'll say it again. I don't give 2 3/4 fuck about the Black Holocaust Museum. Why it's in the news. America's Black Holocaust Museum is revived in Milwaukee, where it belongs. I'm glad it's in Milwaukee. Yeah. Where history is preserved and triumphed and celebrated. America's Black Holocaust Museum is revived in Milwaukee, where history is preserved and triumphs celebrated. Shut the fuck up. What are you doing? What is it about the history that we have in this country that is so fucking memorable that it needs to be preserved in a goddamn museum? And I'm going to say it. How dare you call it the Holocaust? How dare you call it the Black Holocaust? Stop! Oh, why? Why am I in my feelings about that? The Holocaust ended. It's over. What they're doing to us keeps going. So don't act like it's history, like it's all done with. You understand? Don't call it the Black Holocaust Museum as if, the history of racism against Negroes in this country was over long ago. And what we must do now is preserve that history in a museum as if the shit still ain't happening. Do you understand why I don't want to fucking celebrate the struggle? It ain't over. And they're just looking at you. You know how foolish we look when we talk about the struggle in the 60s, as if it came to a conclusion and all worked out well. No. We're doing the same shit that they're skinning and grinning in our faces about struggling through. They're still laying the foundation for the struggle so that it can continue and that they can watch and smile at us trying to break free from their grasps. Don't you get it? Don't celebrate. Stop kneeling. Why are you kneeling? You know, kneeling, I don't give a fuck about kneeling. They don't care about you kneeling. It just pisses them off. Empty fucking shit we do. One of us gets killed, what do? You start lighting candles and you go and you walk up and down on the goddamn street. As if that matters. The best we can do is wait patiently on the Most High God. To watch as they victimize us and murder us. And understand where it's coming from. Fear. They're afraid. And well, they should be. Because God's coming. But we don't have to celebrate it. I don't need to make an edifice. I don't need a brick and mortar reminder of what these motherfuckers do. I don't. I'm not going to visit. I don't want to go in. I don't want to take a look around. I don't want to see the vestiges of slavery. I don't need to see the bullwhips and the chains and the cabins or the clothes. I don't need reminders. I want to forget. It's not like the reminder prevents it from being repeated. What are we doing? I don't like fucking Holocaust museums for black folks. I don't like reminders of the suffering that we're still going through. It's disingenuous. Every time I see a face that is not ours look longingly, look fondly at, the Underground Railroad. I just want to smack fire out of a motherfucker. Don't do that. Go get the Proud Boys. Why don't you take them to the Holocaust Museum for black people in this country? Why don't you mandate that Oath Keepers go to Milwaukee and just do a walkthrough? No? Then shut the fuck up! Thank you. All right. So, 7:36. We're clipping along. Sweating a little bit. I feel good though, All right. So what do? We do Black News. So that was just MSN Black News. Now I've got the Black News, the list that I normally have. And the first thing that slaps me in the face is how the Black queer community is reimagining the family tree. Well, you just do that. We're not Black. We are Hebrews. We are Hebrews. We're Negroes. So, see the pitfalls of being a color? All right. Meet Louisiana Army's National Guard's first Black female pilot. How are you? You're in this shit so deep, you'll fight and die in a high-powered, high-velocity aircraft. Very good. As long as you're willing to put it on the line. I think they trained you. That's like, $2 million worth of training. They're going to get their money's worth. But then you're the first Black. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, just moving on. An intergeneration issue. Why a rising gap between Black and white homeownership will only keep growing. Just the news for us is so good. If you thought being Black in America wasn't fun, it's about to be wondrous. They got plans. You know that, right? Gerrymandering, the voting, white supremacy, they got plans. You know that, right? Y'all sit here looking at me knowing they have plans. And they have every intention of executing those plans against us. And if it weren't for the Most High God, they would in fact more likely destroy us. But God Almighty is en route. More shit is being reported that they see coming toward us. They don't know what to do. They don't even know what to do. Don't do shit. Hebrews! Hear me! Hold back! Look at that. Somebody get Candace, bring him in. Everybody's welcome back. That's like rule number one. We hold no grudges. We're not them. We don't hold grudges. We don't hold grudges. When they come back, they ain't gonna come back. Oh, they coming back. Because when their backs get turned on them, boy, they're gonna come running back to the fold. And we are going to, every one of us, welcome our family back with open arms. That's right. Some of them are real smart and got a lot of money. So we could use them. And, 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. Fuck it. You kidding me? Yeah. All right. So, yeah, there we go. Biden must fulfill his promise to protect the Black vote. He will not do that. Moving on. I don't even need to read it. First Black congresswoman honored at the U.S. Capitol. While they take the voting rights and the white supremacy rises, they're honoring us as the white supremacy rises. They're honoring us during Black History Month while they work hard to take away critical race theory out of schools. It's wonderful. Black in America. Black History Month learning gets new modern spin starting today with premiere of new Instagram. We can stop now. Oh, Jesus. Black History Month events in Denver. It's all phony. Let me ask you a question. Just go with me. Who's supposed to be celebrating Black History Month? Us? Them? Both of us? Who's this month for exactly? Who's supposed to be celebrating? Are we supposed to be celebrating Black History Month? Are they supposed to be celebrating? Who's supposed to be doing this exactly? And while I'm on the topic, what is it we are celebrating? What is it that we are celebrating? Black History Month, what is it about the history of us in this country that we celebrate? The lynchings? The murders? The injustices? The unfair, unequal treatment? The marginalization? The mitigation? What is it we're celebrating? Oh, the struggle against all of those things created by the oppressor that brought us here in the first fucking place against our will. That is what we are fucking celebrating. Oh, we're celebrating the punishment set upon us by the Most High God for Deuteronomy 28. Are we celebrating that? Or should that be something we shouldn't celebrate? Being here is a punishment from God Almighty. No smiles, motherfuckers. You smile while you're on punishment? Then what the fuck you smiling for now? You didn't think about that, did you? But you think because they let you roam about with freedom of movement, you're still not a captive? Some of you have lost your fucking minds. Just real talk here. All right, so Black History Month should recall the racist legacy of gun control. How? Dear God, how? I don't, listen to me. I'm trying to think of the movie. It was like a character. He's like, had a face. He said, you know what his 2 words were? Walk away. Walk away. I think it was a Batman movie. We all need to walk away. Walk away. This is ridiculous. The disingenuousness, the phoniness, the lies, the injustice, the deaths, the killings, all of this shit, the celebration of the struggle, the telling us with their mouths how much they love us while murdering us with their hands. No. Your children tell us what you want. I'll listen. It's time we get our heads out of our asses. You're still crying about the NFL. Good Lord. Can't we just be okay till kingdom come? I think we can. We ain't gotta, this ain't got shit to do with us, man. This shit has nothing to do with us. Shit, folks, y'all, aren't they making it real plain that this has nothing to do with us? They don't want us involved. They don't want us in voting. Gerrymander, voting, one voting poll, millions of people. Get the message. Fall back. I'm good. Fine. You want it? Take it. We'll see what happens. I know what you intend to do after you get all your shit straight, but God's on the way, so I'll wait over here. I'm good. I'm cool. No, I'm going to go ahead and lean into this wind. No. We've been fighting for years. Same fight, same fucking fight, same way. No progress, no promise, nothing. And you still grinning. All right, so I don't know. We're going to lose the history. What happened to the black communities of Polk County? Don't give a fuck. Weren't supposed to exist in the first place. The black communities everywhere in this country wasn't supposed to be here. What are you, tripping? What's wrong with you? I don't care. Hopefully we go back. I don't care. We go back. Listen to me. Do not own this shit. This shit owned us. Did you get that? Take pride in this shit you built for them to enslave us and keep us in the position that we're in for the purpose of punishment. Listen, folks, It's easy to distance yourself from this nonsense. Just make sure you understand it wasn't built for you. It ain't here for you. It's not designed for you. It's not here to serve your interests. Doesn't care about you as a black person. So the best thing you can do as black people is bring it the fuck in. Bring it the fuck in. Quit grinning and cheesing and stepping and fetch it. Bring it in. Get that goddamned fucking grin off your face. Bring it in. I mean, just, it's okay. Let them work that shit out. Fall back. Pray. Meditate. Take care of yourself. Protect your own. Keep your goddamned head on a swivel. But more importantly, don't accept the fantasy that they want us to accept about what's going on. Because what's going on is evident in how they're panicking about it. I'm Doug Rice. Well, I think, this is good. Yeah, good. All right, cool. Yeah, good show. Good show. I like it. I think we've made some progress here. Black woman on the U.S. Supreme Court would be a first. I don't fucking care what you put on. I mean, if we just, why can't we just give that attitude? We don't fucking care what you do anymore. Do what the fuck you want to do. Well, you're a black woman, I don't care what you put on. I don't fucking care what you put on the Supreme Court. Has nothing to do with us. Start distancing yourself from the shit and suddenly you start reading, this really doesn't have shit. Yes, I know I'm sweating. I don't give a fuck. It's warm in here. Look at me. Don't look at me. All right, I'm going to get out of here. You guys have been awesome. Thank you to Trina for moderating. This isn't about confrontation. It's about evasion. Do you understand? It's not about conflict. It's about preservation. It's about doing what needs to be done till kingdom come. That's it. Everything we do till kingdom come. That's all. That's it. All right. 7:47. You guys have a good morning. I don't want to lose my voice. I might see me a little day. I read that. I wear this because this is what I had on the first day I had it on. I wear the shirt because this is a shirt that I have. Don't let what I'm wearing mean something to you. Don't let what I'm wearing represent something in your head and you stamp that. I don't have anything that says glorifies Marine Corps or anything like that. I'm just wearing the hat that I wore on January 6th, 2021. Just it's a hat that I like. I was in the Marine Corps for that long. I'm 50 fucking 6. It's a shirt. It's a hat. That's it. That's it. It means nothing else. All right. You guys have I just want you to know that. It's just a hat. Stop. All right. You guys have a good one. Probably won't wear this shirt again. Who knows? But I don't fucking care. I'm not making up. It's just sweat. Good morning. All right. You guys have a good one.